Hi folks, Lance from Runtime. Health, wealth, and happiness, in that order. One of the most important things with health though is sleep. So what is health? Health is great diet, a balanced diet, good sleep, quality sleep, and some exercise. Those three components will give you good health. So what are the things that we mostly neglect a lot of the times? We neglect sleep. Sleep is very important for the brain to process all of the information that has been fed to it during the day through our five senses. So sleep is critical. So what about a good night's sleep? What does that constitute? Obviously, making sure that you go to bed on time, having a routine, and all those sorts of things. But one of the things which is overlooked, and this is something that my wife brought attention to, was the quality of the air. The quality of the air in the room that you sleep is going to determine the quality of your sleep. Carbon dioxide you're emitting during the night, and particularly if it's a sealed room or an air-conditioned room, the circulation of the air conditioning, temperature is very, very important. But pollutants in that air are going to determine the quality of your sleep. My wife used to wake up a little bit groggy. So someone suggested to an ionizer. And at first I thought, I looked into the ionizer thing. It's not that effective. I thought, okay, let me do some research on this. So I moved away from ionizers into air purifiers. And then we actually got one of these units, which was a Phillips unit, which you can see in the photographs in the video. This is the Phillips unit that we actually got. It's actually quite a large unit. It has several filters in it for different types of purposes. One of them is a carbon filter, and the others are particle filters and so on. So the quality of the air is very important. Once we got this thing into our bedroom, we felt an instant change in the quality of our sleep. So that got me to thinking that I would like to build myself an air quality device. And there's plenty of information out there on the internet. You can buy commercial products. You can also build your own using Arduino. And there's a great project, Arduino project, which I wanted to get my hands on and build it myself. But before actually delving into a DIY project, I decided to have a look on the internet to see if there was anything I could purchase to determine the quality of air in a room. And I happened to land on a Xiaomi product. This is the product, the Xiaomi Air Quality Tester. This is a portable device. It is battery powered, USB-C, and it has, you can see here, it has 6 sensors on here, 6 sensors. I'm going to go through these sensors. I'm going to do an unboxing. This is brand new. I haven't actually opened it yet. I'm going to do an unboxing on this unit. And this is really, it's a little bit pricey, but it's really well engineered. And we're going to do a little unboxing. I'm going to go through some of the functionality of this unit. Now, the beauty of this unit is that you can take it on holidays. You can take it anywhere. You can plonk it down and you can determine the quality of the air in that particular environment that you're in. This is great if you guys are suffering from any kind of ailment to do with air quality, because you'd be surprised how much pollutants there are in the air that you breathe. I wasn't really aware of all this stuff because I thought, well, I guess, we're used to it. Your body will take care of it. But you know what? Having the knowledge and understanding to know what level of impurities there are in the air will determine if you want to get yourself one of these filters. I highly recommend that you invest in an air purifier for your bedroom, particularly for your bedroom where you're sleeping. So I'm going to go through this and unboxing now, and let's get into it. So here it is. This is the Xiaomi Air Quality Tester. And you can see here, let me just zoom in here, 6 sensors here. So let's go through them. So we've got the PM2.5 microparticle sensor. This is the main sensor, which determines the type of particles and the size of the particles in the air. This is very, very critical. You've got the volatile organic substances sensor. Now this is important for anything like household cleaners, stuff that you use and that's emitting fumes and particles into the air, and that will sense that. Carbon dioxide sensor, although that's not actually a real sensor, that's actually an extrapolation of the other sensor information. There's an algorithm that gives you a reading on what the CO2 state is, the CO2 reading is. It's not actually, it may be different from one which is actually a sensor. You've got the temperature sensor, humidity sensor, and the light sensor. So these are the main sensors on the device. It's a touch screen display, and it's Usually in Chinese you have to set the settings on it. So let's just do that. Let's unbox this now. So let's open it up here. So it's a little screwdriver I got in here. People use their knives and things, but it's only a little bit of cellophane. So there you go. Bang, wallop. And let's see what's in here. And there it is. Well packaged. It looks like an iPhone, I guess, or a smart device. So let's pull this unit out. I'll unwrap it in a second. Just put that here. And let's see what else is in the box here. Yep, there is some instructions. USB-C cable, which is awesome. Plonk that in here, back in there. I have one external one. That's it, nothing else in here. And of course we got some instructions. Let's look at these instructions. They're in Chinese. You can set it up in English as well. So I don't read Mandarin. Unfortunately, it's not much good to me. Put that away. And let's look at the actual unit. So like I said, it's well packaged. So off it comes, and there it is. And this is the unit. Very clean looking. Industrial design is lovely. It looks really, really nice. I like it. I like nice things. And so here are the vents. What happens is there's a laser sensor in here which is actually picking up the particles, analyzing the particles. There's an air inlet and there's an exhaust outlet for the air. So you're going to make sure when you're using this device, even though it's actually designed to be used either in landscape or in portrait, sometimes you can put it down here, but make sure that you hold it rather than putting it on some sort of surface, because if you do, you're going to block one of the ports, one of the air inlets, and then it's not going to work. And so here is the power switch. So let's see if there's any battery power on here. Let's just see if it does pop up. It may not actually pop up, and I may have to charge it. Looks like there's no battery juice. Now, the battery in here is rated to last about 2 to 3 hours. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to charge this and come back and then show you all of the screens. What I'm going to do is I happen to have a USB-C cable here. So I'm going to pull it through here and I'm going to plug this thing in and see what happens. So here we go. And there it is. It's booting up, obviously in this direction. And so let's see what happens. So the first thing it's probably going to ask for is Wi-Fi connectivity. We're going to push English, and then we're going to go next. And then it's going to ask for the Wi-Fi. I thought it would. So let's just use this one, and it brings up a keyboard. So let's have a look at my Wi-Fi settings. It's now Wi-Fi connected. You can see actually the battery power is quite high now. It's in charge mode. So let's go through some of the other screens. So this is the TVOC. It's a total volatile organic substance in the room. It's trying to figure that out now. Let's just keep going. It tells you the temperature, tells you the relative humidity, and it tells you the weather. It's saying it's excellent. So the air quality in this room is excellent. These are the settings. So if we go to settings, it loads them up, tells you that there's a system update. We're going to check for updates. And that's the first thing you should do actually, is update the firmware, because the firmware may have additional functionality which can connect to server. All right, so we're going to have to come back to that at some point. So this is the screen, auto brightness, night. So it's a touch screen. So this unit obviously is a little bit more pricey because of all the functions, touch screen and so on. Really, really, really nicely done. When connecting power adapter. So it's really a powering off, powering on. So when the power adapter is connected, it stays on. When using the battery, it's 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, it will actually turn off the screen. It's going to auto brightness, and the CO2. We have to turn that on, by the way. So it's not turned on by default because the accuracy, because it's actually not an actual sensor, it's extrapolating. It calculates an approximate concentration of CO2 by detecting hydrogen and ethyl in the air. That's through the volatile organic substance sensor. So we'll just turn it on anyway. Okay, so also because it's a Xiaomi device, there is an app. Now I actually have the app because I have a number of other devices here. So we're going to boot up my app on my phone here. All right, and I'm going to go into that. There's my Xiaomi app. Okay, I have a couple of other devices on here. As you can see, I've got a kettle. I've got loads of bed lamps or lamps, LED lamps. I've got a camera. and I've got a fan here. So we'll say next. Now, if we turn this around, you see it goes into portrait mode. Shows you all the readings. So you can actually have this in landscape, or you can have this in portrait mode. Beautifully engineered, touchscreen, everything. Simple, really, in some respects, as far as the sensors are concerned. It's got 6 sensors. But you can figure out what the quality of the air is in any environment using this device. Like I said, it's Wi-Fi connected. That means it's going to be connected to your XIAOMI Mi app, and through that you can set certain triggers. So if you have other XIAOMI products, for instance, you have an air conditioning unit or an air purifier or some other unit like a fan, you can, based on temperature and other stimulus, the particles in the air, the PM sensor, you can say, okay, well, I need to turn on the air purifier when it gets to a certain reading, and also the temperature. When the temperature goes up or down, turn on some device. So you can do some automation in the home using this device as well. So there you go. That's a quick unboxing and a quick overview of this device. Now, I highly recommend anyone that really cares about their sleep and the air quality in their room to invest in either one of these units. Now, there's a number of these units out there. This is a little bit on the pricey side. It's about 50 odd bucks, but you can buy smaller units, or you can build your own using Arduino. In the video, I'll link a link to this other YouTube video, which is really interesting. They're using a touchscreen as well, but it's an Arduino. So there you go. It's saying a software update is available, and it's actually saying it's downloading. Oh, it's downloading. There you go. It's now having it, and while we were talking, it's now initializing, and looks like we're going to be in business while we were talking. It has actually done it now. It's gone out of focus a little bit there, but there you go. It's now rebooting. So the firmware has updated over the air, and it is rebooting the device as we speak. So now we wanted to connect it to the Mi Home. Okay, here we go. There's the QR code. Looks like we have success now. We're going to put this in the study, and we are off to the races. Air detector. And this is the XIAOMI app now. It's loading up. So you can see all the readings on your phone now. So what you're seeing here, all these readings that you're seeing here, you can now see them on your phone. It tells you what the readings mean here on this scale here, if you can see the scale. So anything in this color range is excellent. Then you've got lightly polluted, moderately polluted, heavily polluted, and severely polluted. And the colors change. So I don't know if you can see that here on the camera. We're really on the good side here, up to 75, and we're down at 8.7, so the air quality is very good here. On your app now, you can also get all of that information. Now, as long as this is connected to your internet, you can be anywhere in the world, and you can see the quality of your air wherever this sensor is. And then it shows you charts as well here. There's not a lot of historical information at the moment, but you will also get historical information, which is really useful. So you can, over time, you can figure out how the quality of your air in your environment, wherever that may be, has changed. All in all, a really, really nice bit of kit. I recommend, if anyone really cares about the quality of their air around them, wherever they may be. Now, you could be on a plane, you could be in a hotel if you're traveling, you could be outside. You could even use this for scientific purposes if you were doing some studies about air pollution or air quality. So very portable. Like I said, the battery life is only around 3.5 hours with the screen coming on and off, depending on its usage. But, it charges fairly quickly. It charges in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I think, fully charged. I recommend to anyone that is interested in the quality of their air, and like I said, beautifully engineered. I think they've actually discontinued this product now, XIAOMI, but you can probably still find it on AliExpress, which is where I got it. Have a look at this, guys and gals. Hopefully this was useful. Another gadget. Now, on the embedded side, because that's what we do at Runtime Rec, we provide embedded engineers to companies building these kinds of things, designing the firmware, doing the electronics, and even the industrial design. This little kit, as you'll see on screen here, constitutes loads of different parts. Some of which are electronic parts, some of which are firmware, some are industrial design, obviously. This is a really beautifully engineered product, and it's really high-tech looking. And I think it's definitely a testament to XIAOMI and their attention to detail, form and function. There you go. Air quality, health, wealth, and happiness, in that order. Health is so, so important. Look after yourselves, everybody. Make sure you sleep well, eat well, and do a little bit of exercise. As you know, here at Runtime, we connect great engineering talent with great opportunities and awesome companies. And we connect great companies with awesome engineering talent. So if you guys think we can help you, either you're a candidate looking for other opportunities or just want to explore the market or want some advice on your career, we're here for you. Or if you're an engineering manager or a company looking to hire engineering talent, remember we're very niche: firmware, electronic engineering, software, and QA mostly, and machine learning at the edge. Then we may be able to help you in those niche areas. And thank you again for listening and watching this little review on the air quality monitor from Xiaomi, and I look forward to pushing out some more content your way very, very soon. Have yourself a great day and a great evening wherever you are, and catch you in the next one. Cheers.